We're introducing a new product, the iodyne Pro Mini. It's a solid-state drive. It's the size of your iPhone.
You're watching CineD, supported by B&H and CVP.
Hi guys, I'm Johnny from CineD, and I'm here with Mike from iodyne. Mike, how are you?
Doing well, and great to see you again this year at NAB.
This video will actually be shared with our audience around September. Why is that?
Well, we're going to be announcing later this year a new product, which is the iodyne Pro Mini. It's our second main storage hardware product. We're really excited to give you a preview of it today, and we're really excited for you to share it with your audience later this year once we're ready to reveal what we're doing.
Let's talk a little bit about the device itself. I'm very curious to know if this product is kind of built for the future.
It is absolutely built for the future. Let's start with the basics of what it is. So we're introducing a new product, the iodyne Pro Mini. It's a solid-state drive. It is 4 terabytes or 8 terabytes when we launch it in the same form factor, so customers can buy and mix and match either one. It comes in a beautiful machined aluminum chassis, mil-spec triple anodized. It's got a absolutely stunning industrial design and some unique features that we'll talk about in a second. It's the size of your iPhone. It's connected it has a USB-C physical connector, and importantly, it supports both Thunderbolt and USB 4 and even USB 3. So it is able to take advantage of whatever you can plug into, computer port, Mac, PC, Linux. It can even connect to other kinds of devices like a camera or other accessories that go with cameras as well over USB-C. And it's smart, and it will figure out what you've connected into and do the best possible speed that's on the other end of whatever you've connected it to.
Which is what? Let's say that I connected Thunderbolt 4.
Right, so if you connected Thunderbolt 4, so its maximum speed is 40 gigabit in the first version. We will of course have future versions that will be even faster, but the first version is a 40 gigabit product, and it can do 40 gigabit Thunderbolt 3 or 4. It can do 40 gigabit USB 4. It can also do 20 gigabit USB 3.x and other slower speeds if that's what you're connecting it to. So it will figure that out and be able to do up to 40 gigabit. And importantly, this device will have a breakthrough sustained performance of about 3 times the sustained performance of other drives. So the sustained performance, more than 3 gigabytes a second, reads and writes. So no other drive on the market can do sustained performance at those levels today.
Many manufacturers that I'm talking to will claim breakthrough and best next thing and so on. And of course the tendency is to accept this. But many of them are using off-the-shelf components or very similar components.
That's right.
How did you achieve such speeds or reliability, let's say?
Yep.
But I mean, there's some physics, like you can't invent stuff in terms of...
That's right. So the laws of physics do play a role. Let's first talk about everyone else's drive, and then we'll explain how ours is different from a design point of view. So there's a common SSD form factor that's available in the industry, which is called the M.2 form factor. You're probably familiar, in your audience, of course, very expert, familiar with that as well. For those who don't know that term, it's the little SSD board that's the size of a stick of gum. And this is what is found in not only things like laptops today, but also in all of the portable drives that are available. So if you take any portable drive in the market, if you crack it open on your table in front of you, I encourage your users to do this if they haven't already, you will find inside of it an M.2 SSD. And that SSD consists of essentially only 2 components. It has some NAND flash chips to store your data, and it has a little chip called a flash controller that's basically managing the flash and then providing the access through, USB, Thunderbolt, whatever, to do that, okay? Now, in order for us to change that design to achieve our goals, which was to get this 3x in sustained performance and also add a whole bunch of other features that we're going to talk about, the real problem that had to be solved to design from a blank sheet of paper is to solve the thermal problem, okay? So when we have these chips inside of a very small device, they need power, they generate heat. And in the world of SSDs, it's important to understand that power equals performance. The more IOs I want to do to an NAND flash chip, the more power I need. So in order for us to have a breakthrough on sustained performance, and then to add other features that our users want, like encryption and RAID 6 and other technologies that we wanted to bring to this product to make it different, we had to first solve this thermal problem. And we've been able to do that by introducing, for the first time in portable drives, a revolutionary solid-state cooling chip. The solid-state cooling chip enables us to dissipate heat and move air in a way that's completely different from a fan. There's no spinning motors and moving parts, but we're able to bring that chip millimeters thin inside of a portable drive product and double the thermal budget that we can put in a handheld device. This has never been done before.
This almost sounds too good to be true.
It almost sounds too good to be true, and it was too good to be true for us because it is what enabled us to say, let's not have an M.2 SSD in a nice wrapper. You can already buy that product. Iodyne doesn't need to make that product for you. We do products where we say if there's a breakthrough like that that's going to let us change what we can do, then that's, as engineers and designers, what lets us take a blank sheet of paper and just completely rethink what is possible with these kind of products.
So, by the way, how many connectors you will have in this device?
So this device has a single USB-C connector.
Only one?
That's right, because it is a bus powered device. Okay, so we should clarify. So ProData, you can plug into the wall. We also have a DC power adapter for ProData to use with a battery pack. This device is bus powered, so it is powered by whatever you plug it into. That could also be a dock and so forth. But if you plug it into your computer, don't need another power supply. It's a regular portable drive. You plug it in, and it will take advantage of whatever power you've given it.
So in what scenarios will it need external power?
External power you generally would not need unless the only case you would need external power is if you have a certain kind of a adapter on your camera where that isn't providing power to and so then you would use like a USB dock. But yeah, generally it's bus powered, meaning it's powered by the device that you plug it into.
And you also chose, it was I think an interesting decision not to go with a normal LCD or OLED screen to show the data. You chose something different.
That's right.
What is it and why?
That's right. So one of the things we did when we were starting to design this product is we went out and we talked to many of our customers and looked at all the portable drives they had, looked at very deeply at all the problems that they had with those portable drives. And one of the things that really jumped out at us is that everyone's drives were covered in masking tape. And the reason they're covered in masking tape is because they have all these labels scribbled all over them in magic marker. And we started asking people, well, what, okay, this will label, but why is that important to you? What is that really all about? And what we learned is that customers have a tremendous need to access essentially what's really metadata about the drive, even when the drive is powered off. So they have questions like, what is on this drive? Who's the last person who used it? What is the capacity? When was this drive last used? Is it safe to erase this drive? What files might be on this drive? And so on and so forth. And of course, the worst case we saw is that on the other piece of masking tape on the back is usually written if it has any encryption, is written the password, how to unlock it. So then anyone who steals it can just take all your stuff, right? So one of those features is this digital label that you're referring to. It's an e-paper screen, and that allows us to create customized images.
So we can do a CineD edition of...
That's right. It's like an electronic get rid of the masking tape, but let's also enjoy our beautiful industrial design. And we can have an intelligent label that can tell you things like what speed the drive is connected at, and also things that you define. So you want to give the drive your own name. Maybe it has your company logo on it. Maybe it has your name on it. Maybe it has a QR code so that if someone found the drive, they can
or the password
back to you.
Well, hopefully not the password, because we have a solution for that. But all those types of things. So we've created a completely customizable electronic label that is persistent when the drive is powered off.
So your new device, the iodyne Pro Mini, will actually many times will live in the field next to a camera or laptop or whatever.
Exactly.
What about, is it weatherproof or weather resistant, or what is the rating here?
Yeah, so the iodyne Pro Mini will be rated IP54. It is completely dust and particle proof. It is IP54 resistant, meaning splash resistant to water. So it is definitely ruggedized for use on set environments. We feel really good about what we've been able to achieve in the product in terms of that. It is drop resistant, it is shock resistant, and importantly, remember, it is a triple mil-spec grade anodized aluminum chassis. So it is completely scratch resistant and also drop resistant, and even, you're talking about a very sturdy piece of milled aluminum. This is not plastic, this is not rubber. So not only is it like drop resistant, but you take a hammer to it, it's a piece of machined metal that is extremely resilient against all forms of environmental use. So we feel really great about users using it on set in challenging environments, and we think it will stand up great to that.
From what I hear from you, it has the product has the tendency to be really, it sounds good, sometimes even too good to be true. That's how we started our conversation. The question is, how do you educate the market or the end user to use such a product and not use something that looks similar, but at the end maybe can't really sustain the data rate, or maybe not as robust, or it's just cheaper. And we will touch, of course, the subjects of price and availability in a second. So how will you do it? It's only marketing, or it's some sort of education is needed here?
Yeah, so I think you're right. There's always, whenever you're introducing a new, disruptive, innovative product that's doing things differently, you're of course need to educate people. One of the things I think that helps us here, first of all, is that the problems that are being solved by the things we're doing that are new are problems that all folks using portable drives today are very familiar with. So we are speaking directly to the pain points that users already have and understand, right? So when we talk about things like, if a drive is lost, well, if that isn't encrypted, you just lost all your precious information for you, or even worse, for your client. Okay, that is a problem that everyone who has a portable drive today understands. Also, our drive has built-in Bluetooth location tracking, like having an AirTag built in. That's something that other drives don't have. So where is the thing that I just lost? That's a problem that our users inherently understand. What does it mean when we talk about sustained performance? You know, that's getting you more sleep. That means you can leave set earlier. That's a problem our users understand. I think what our users are going to find is that we worked on this product so carefully to hit the things that they don't have today and try to solve those problems.
A bit of a funny question, because obviously we are talking about a professional product, but it looks very fashionable. In what colors are you going to introduce?
We have a space black finish with our beautiful anodized texture. It looks great from different lighting angles, and like other anodized aluminum, you'll get a different look with that. It's got a beautiful purple accent on it. But we also have the ability to do custom colors, and so we may announce some custom colors over time. Some of our larger customers are interested in customization that matches different banners and production logos and things like that. So we've done some of that with ProData. We have a custom purple brace color, and we'll have some custom colors as well. So we encourage folks to, we actually have a feature on our store called the Custom Shop. If customers want to customize the product with colors and things, they can reach out to us.
How about pricing and availability? Because I think after all of this, there's always this make or break when people hear the price.
Yeah, so the pricing, we're not going to ask that today in this interview, so I'll skip that one for now. We'll have an updated segment. But pricing, we think, obviously, is going to be competitive given all the features that we have. We think it's a great starting price for all the list of breakthrough innovations that we talked about. The product will be available Q4 2024. Check out our website for all the details, of course.
Check in our websites for the details.
Check in CineD on the website for the details. And I think what's important also to note is that the product will be on sale worldwide from our worldwide network of partners. So we have a huge partner network all over the world, every continent represented, and wherever your production is, you can get access to the Pro Mini as well as ProData and our other accessories. We're also announcing a new cloud service which goes with Pro Mini. It's called iodyne Fleet Management. Fleet management is designed for our professional customers who have large fleets of devices, as the name implies.
You need to have a subscription, or?
It's a subscription service. It's totally optional, but very reasonably priced, and allows our customers to do even more with ProData and Pro Mini when they're managing fleets of devices. So it manages a large inventory of iodyne devices and even third-party devices. But with iodyne devices, it allows them to provision security keys. It allows them to understand the status of all the devices in their fleet, connect to location services, and even do remote control of the devices in the field. So we have a whole bunch of other interesting software. We'll have demos of that up and available, and share those with your audience as well.
Great. Thank you very much for sharing the information.
Thank you very much, John.
Thank you.
Talk to you soon.
Guys, thank you very much for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you.